Stefon Diggs' $200 million surprise for Cardi B. Nobody saw this coming. The internet thought it had seen everything when it came to celebrity romances. Lavish gifts. Private jets. Diamond rings. Multi-million-dollar homes. But nothing, and fans mean nothing, could have prepared the world for what Stefon Diggs did next. Because this time, it wasn't just a gift. It was a $200 million surprise that left Cardi B speechless, in tears, and completely overwhelmed in front of the people closest to her. And once the story began to unfold, the internet exploded. The calm before the bombshell. It started quietly, almost suspiciously calm. For days, Stefon Diggs had been unusually low-key. No flashy posts. No cryptic tweets. No paparazzi photos. Fans noticed immediately. Why is Stefon so silent? Why hasn't Cardi posted him lately? Something big is coming. Cardi, on the other hand, had been busy with studio sessions, fashion meetings, and brand deals. To her, it was just another packed week, or so she thought. What she didn't know was that Stefon had been planning something for months. A plan involving lawyers, financial advisors, luxury developers, and a number so massive it almost sounded unreal. $200 million. The invitation that changed everything. One evening, Cardi received a simple message from Stefon. Get dressed. Don't ask questions. Just trust me. No emojis. No explanation. Cardi laughed it off at first. She assumed it was a date night, maybe a surprise dinner. Still, something felt different. Stefon sounded serious. When the black SUV arrived, she noticed it wasn't heading toward any restaurant she recognized. Where we going? She asked. Stefon smiled. You'll see. The location that made her heart stop. The car pulled into a private gated property overlooking the ocean, massive, quiet, and breathtaking. Helicopters rested nearby. Security lined the entrance. The air felt heavy. Cardi stepped out and froze. Stefon, what is this? He took her hand. This is yours. She laughed nervously. Then she realized he wasn't joking. The $200 million reveal. Inside the property waited a room filled with people Cardi trusted most, family, close friends, business partners. But at the center stood a large screen. Stefon cleared his throat. You've built an empire from nothing. You've survived things people don't even know about. You've given everything to everyone, and I wanted to give something back. The screen turned on. What followed was a breakdown that left everyone stunned. A luxury oceanfront estate portfolio. A private music and film studio complex. A global fashion investment fund under Cardi's full creative control. A long-term trust for her children. Ownership stakes in multiple high-end ventures. Total valuation. $200 million. Cardi's jaw dropped. Nah, you're lying. Stefon shook his head. It's real. It's yours. All of it. Cardi breaks down in tears. The room went silent. Cardi tried to speak, but couldn't. Her eyes filled instantly. Her hands started shaking. You don't understand. I've had to fight for everything. Tears rolled down her face. Nobody's ever done something like this for me. She broke down completely, burying her face in Stefon's chest as everyone watched, emotional and stunned. I didn't do this because you need it, Stefon whispered. I did it because you deserve it. Why he really did it. Later that night, Stefon explained the real reason behind the surprise. He had watched Cardi juggle everything, motherhood, fame, pressure, criticism, all while still being expected to prove herself over and over again. You've given the world so much. I wanted to make sure nobody could ever take anything from you again. This wasn't about showing off. It was about security. Legacy. Respect. The internet loses it. Once whispers of the surprise leaked, social media went into meltdown. Fire, $200 million. Is this real life? Fire, Stefon Diggs just changed the game forever. Fire, this isn't a gift, this is a power move. Fire, Cardi. B1. Period. Fans called it the biggest celebrity gift ever. The ultimate act of love. A historic moment in pop culture. Cardi's final words. Before the night ended, Cardi took Stefon's hand and looked him straight in the eyes. Money doesn't impress me. Loyalty does. Belief does. And what you just did. I'll never forget it. She smiled through tears. I got you for life. And just like that. One surprise. One decision. One $200 million move. And suddenly, everything changed. Collision. The internet exploded. Collision fans were left speechless. Collision and this fictional love story entered legend status. Stefon Diggs' $200 million surprise for Cardi B, the moment that shook the internet. Nobody, absolutely nobody, saw this coming. What started as a quiet, low-key evening turned into one of the most jaw-dropping, emotional, and talked about celebrity moments of the year when Stefon Diggs stunned Cardi B with a $200 million surprise that instantly sent shockwaves through social media, the music industry, and the sports world. By sunrise, timelines were on fire. Fans were crying. Celebrities were reacting. And Cardi B herself? She was left speechless, then in tears. A night meant to be simple. According to insiders close to the couple, Cardi B believed she was walking into nothing more than a private dinner, just the two of them. No cameras. No press. No announcements. Stefon Diggs had reportedly told her, "Let's just disappear for a night. No noise. Just us." The location? A secluded oceanfront estate, lights dimmed, candles flickering, waves crashing softly in the background. Romantic, but nothing that screamed history-making. Or so Cardi thought. The first clue something was different. As Cardi stepped inside, she noticed something unusual. No staff. No music playing yet. Just silence, and a single envelope resting on a grand piano. Her name was written across it in Stefon's handwriting. Before she could even ask a question, Stefon appeared behind her and gently said, "Before anything else tonight, I need you to listen." The letter that broke her. Cardi sat down as Stefon read the letter aloud. He spoke about watching her fight through doubt. Carrying the weight of fame, motherhood, criticism, and success. How she turned pain into power. How she never stopped being real despite everything. By the time he reached the final paragraph, Cardi was already crying. Then came the line no one expected. "I didn't just want to love you with words anymore. I wanted to protect your legacy forever." That's when he handed her a second envelope. Inside, a sealed portfolio. The $200 million revelation. What was inside stopped Cardi cold. The documents revealed a $200 million private investment trust. Fully funded and already active. Set up entirely in Cardi B's name. Designed to generate wealth for her children, their children, and beyond. This wasn't a gift. This was generational security. The trust reportedly includes ownership stakes in music catalogs, media and film ventures, real estate in 3 countries, long-term royalties protection, philanthropic funds for causes Cardi deeply cares about. Stefon didn't buy her something flashy. He built her an empire safety net. Cardi B's emotional collapse. As the realization hit, Cardi stood up, then immediately broke down. Witnesses say she covered her face, dropped to her knees, repeatedly whispered, "You didn't have to do this." Stefon knelt beside her, wiped her tears, and said, "I know I didn't have to. I wanted to." He then added the line that would later go viral. "You made history on your own. I'm just making sure nobody can ever take it from you." The moment that changed everything. Just when Cardi thought the night couldn't get heavier, Stefon pulled out one final document. A clause in the trust that stunned even the lawyers involved. If anything ever happens to him, the fund automatically increases, ensuring Cardi and her family are permanently protected. At that moment, Cardi didn't scream. She didn't post. She didn't speak. She just hugged him, for a long time. The internet explodes. The story broke quietly, then erupted. Within hours, $200M surprise was trending worldwide. Fans called it the most powerful love move ever. Celebrities reposted reactions with crying emojis. Comment sections were flooded with, "This is how you love." Some fans said, "This isn't money. This is respect." He didn't flex, he fortified. This changed how I see celebrity relationships forever. Why this hit different? What made this moment so powerful wasn't the dollar amount. It was the intention. Stefon Diggs didn't announce it on stage, post it for clout, turn it into a spectacle. He did it privately, deliberately, and with purpose. A reminder that love can be loud without being flashy. Wealth can be meaningful without being performative. Real commitment isn't about rings, it's about protection, trust, and legacy. Cardi's final words. Days later, Cardi reportedly told close friends, "For the first time, I felt like someone wasn't just loving me. They were standing guard over everything I built." And just like that, the $200 million surprise became more than a headline. It became a moment. A statement. And a reminder that sometimes, love doesn't scream. It secures.
난 하늘을 보고 또 다른 나는 아래를 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주 행비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼 하늘을 날며 어느새 제주 바다가 내게로 와 있네. 난 구름 위를 날고 있어. 아래엔 간혹 도시가 보이곤 해. 그 도시에는 또 다른 내가 하늘에 떠가는 비행기를 올려다보고 있겠지. 난 하늘을 쳐다보고 있겠지. 묘한 짜릿함 그 속에 머물다 보면 어느새 제주행 비행 신비한 세계로 나를 이끌고 거짓말처럼 하늘을 날며 어느새 제주